Hi guys, welcome back. In today's video, we're going to do some face sculpting using contour, highlight, concealing, and color correction. So if you want to learn all those spells, stick around. I have been wearing this makeup all day, so it's a little bit busted. So usually what I'll do is I'll film the intros and the outros after I've already done the look, so you're seeing what I'm going to show you, but we're going to do it opposite today because you need to see what's underneath all this. So I'm going to show you. Got a makeup wipe. Oh Lord. Yowzers. Look at the difference between like foundation on my forehead still and foundation removed from my face. Woo. First things first. Well, the first things first is I took off my makeup, so I've got a fresh face. I left my eyes on because it's not part of this game today. So the question is, do you need primer? Primer, I think, is kind of a personal choice. I don't really care for primer, to be perfectly honest, unless my skin is super misbehaving or I'm going to be doing something like really super duper involved, and then I'll use like an eyeshadow primer if I need brighter colors and the concealer won't do the trick. Or I have some serious dryness going on around my nose. Do you see how red and irritated it is? I'm going to use Smashbox Primer Oil, which is kind of funny because I have super oily skin, but to be honest, really it's super combination skin. So I'm really concentrating that primer oil where the dry spots are, and then I'm gonna pull it outward under the eyes too. I like the primer oil because it just kind of soaks into the skin nicely. It's really good for those combination spots, the dry patches. There are color correcting primers, and use those at your own peril. I feel like it's a little bit gimmicky. I used to kind of swear by them, but they just settle into your pores, and then you have like this reverse strawberry situation. Actually, no, it's a strawberry situation. So your face is the strawberry and your pores are the little seeds all over the strawberry, but it's filled with the green primer. Yuck. Gross. There are pore filling primers, Benefit Professional. Some other ones are meant to fill in your pores, and those might work really well for some people, but they just don't work well for me. So skip. Should you conceal before you do foundation? The answer is you can do both, and it really just kind of depends on the formula of your foundation. If your foundation is full coverage enough, start with that and then correct afterwards. If you build up color and product in your problem areas and then you put foundation over top of it, number one, you're probably going to wipe away the concealer and the color correction that you laid down, and then number two, it's going to be like chunky blobs all over your face. You don't want that. Don't do that. If you're trying to go for like the sheerest coverage and the most no makeup look possible, what you're trying to do is skip foundation altogether, so you would only go and treat those areas with your concealer and your color corrector. So what I'm saying is, if you're doing a full beat guiche, you're doing all the steps, right? So foundation. Well, what I really love is this IT Cosmetics CC Cream, Your Skin Bit Better. This is a CC cream, yes, but it is full coverage, no joke. And I also like this IT Cosmetics Confidence in a Compact. It's kind of like the solid version of the CC cream, but it's a full coverage foundation, and I like to use my Clarisonic foundation brush. I'm going to tap it into the foundation and buzz it all over my face. Okay, so the foundation is on, and what you want to do is check. Where do you need more help? Today we're going to do like a full guiche sculpt of the face. So we're just going to keep adding until we look awesome. So if you watch the Halloween videos, like the Happy Death Day Baby, the Howdy Doody, and the Jessica video, all have a lot of contouring, so you can really see what shadow and color and highlight can do to change the shape of your face. You can look like anybody if you really try. Okay, so first let's talk about color correction. Color correction isn't just green, yellow, peach, or red tones to counteract whatever anomaly you might have going on in your face. Contouring and highlighting, that is correction too. Let's say that your nose is crooked like mine. You can use contour to shadow a straight nose. That is correction. Let's talk about color correction. Here's a cream color correction palette. Those are crazy colors, right? These are meant for like dark blue under eye situations. And this is meant for redness, because red and green makes what color? Brown. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab just a little bit of this green. I'm going to grab this little concealer brush and I'm going to put it right over these red spots. I have some redness around my schnoz as well. I have this little red spot on the side of my nose. Who knows what that is? I can never cover it. I don't know what's going on there. What else? Can you see this redness? I scratched myself somehow. I don't know what's going on. See how magical that is? So, the secret to color correction is use as little as possible. Don't do your entire face if your entire face does not have an issue. If you have like a birthmark, do only that birthmark. And then do the rest of your face normal. Make sure you get a good blend and you're A-okay. Magic. Now let's go into contour and highlight. Oh, here's another point too. You will see people contouring using bronzer. You can do that if you're careful about it. I do it sometimes, most of the time, honestly, because I'm not doing like a corrective contour. I wouldn't contour using bronzer on my nose because it's just gonna look like orange stripes on my face, and that's stupid. Shadows don't have warmth, they don't have color. It's a shadow. Okay, so this is a cream highlight and contour palette. So I'm gonna choose this cool tone brown. It's important that when you're doing this, you look straight into the mirror, because if you do this sideways, you're gonna come down too far and you're gonna look ghoulish or mannish. If you have a little bit of double chin action, this is where you just create a shadow to cover it up. I'm creating the illusion of more shadow pushing my face forward. Do you see it? Same here with these cheekbones. First, I've identified the hollow of my cheek. The hollow is the part that is the most hollow, right? Look straight into a mirror when you're doing your nose or it will be disaster town. My nose goes like this. Do you see it? It's like, eek. So what I want to do is just go straight down each side, and to create the illusion of a fuller bottom lip, I'm going to create a shadow underneath my bottom lip. That lip is so luscious that it's casting a shadow underneath it, you see? When you are blending your contour from your cheeks, blend up. For God's sake, blend up. Because if you blend down, you're gonna look too masculine. It's gonna look too ghoulish. You don't want that. So you blend up. And this is where you could also take this cream contour and you can shadow your hairline a little bit. It's just bringing your hairline down a little bit. So to intensify this even more, just so you can really see what I'm doing, I'm gonna take this brush and I'm loading it with that cream color, and I'm gonna look straight into my mirror and really, really get that line. Really just so that you can see it.
Look how snatched that nose is, girl.
That is not really wearable, okay? But I'm showing you what you can do to transform your nose if you really want to. Okay, so we have used cream contour with deeper colors to create or enhance depth in the cheekbones, jawbones, hairline, nose, and up into the eyebrows. Okay, so we're good. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna do some highlighting, but not using your traditional powder shimmery type of highlight. We're gonna use this cream contour highlight palette. We're gonna use these lighter colors. You see a lot of people using just concealer, and you can totally do that. I'm gonna take this tone. It's very light, but it's peachy at the same time. So I'm just gonna take a very little amount because this Janks is super pigmented. Using a different brush, don't go into lighter colors when you just use this on a dark color, because it's gonna turn to mud. It's gonna ruin your whole life. You do not want that. And I'm gonna grab that lighter toned color in any area that I wanna bring forward, create volume in that area. I'm gonna hit with this light color. Lay this down my nose. Whoa, look at that. I'm gonna put it here in between my eyebrows. I'm gonna put it above my Cupid's bow.
Yep.
That does not taste good. Don't do that. I'm gonna put a little bit on my chin here, and then I'm going to, this is the important part, hit these cheekbones. You're just gonna look like you've got freaking serious look at the bonage. What you can do too is you can put it right under your contour. It will help deepen the contour. Look at that. Bam! Clean off the color from the brush. And then blend. Okay, so the human eye craves symmetry, and a beautiful person just has symmetry on their face. Easy as that. So this triangle that's created from your brows to the bridge of your nose should be the same size as this triangle down here, right? If you have a narrow bridge of the nose, putting highlighter here will create distance. If your nose is more wide and flat on the bottom and you're trying to get that symmetry, you would just contour, shade, highlight until it looks the way you want it to look. The last step here is I'm going to use some concealer because I still have some under eye situation. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my favorite under eye concealers. This is IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye, and then I've got Tarte MARACUJA Creaseless Concealer. Their formulas are very similar. One of these is a little too dark for me right now, and this one's crazy light, so I'm just going to mix them together and use it that way. You see people doing concealer in this whole triangle. You can do that. What that's going to do is it's going to highlight, create a lighter area, and bring this forward, because when you have darkness under your eyes, it's because they're sunken in, and when you put this light color, it's going to plump it up. But what I'm going to do is only put concealer where I need it. So I'm only going to put it in these two hollows. The triangle concealer trick, if you have maturing eyes and it's thinner skin, it's crepey, it's gonna collect in there, it's gonna be dry and gross and cakey, it's gonna look worse. You don't want that. What I wanna do is set. I'm gonna use Coty Airspun. The best thing to use is a sponge. A damp beauty blender works perfect for this. If you had creasing, you wanna kind of work it out with your finger or a brush or something like that before you set with powder, because if you set a crease, it's there. We're patting, not wiping. What you can do is you can go back in with your shimmery highlights and your bronzes. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna use my Benefit Cheek Parade, and I'm gonna grab Hoola, and I'm going to very lightly, because I don't want the contour to be orange, right? But I do want to bronze up my face. So I'm bringing sun onto my forehead, and then just very lightly, I'm just putting a little bit of bronzer so it looks like the sun hit my face and warmed everything up. Don't put it on your nose. Don't do that. Don't do that. Blush. This lady, Dandelion, and just on the apples of the cheeks. And then, you know me, I like to go up on the forehead a little bit. Now, if you really want that dramatic bling highlight look, a couple of highlighters that I really like are the Dose of Colors Desi Katie collab Fuego. It's like a very golden tone. And then Too Faced Candlelight Glow in Rosy Glow. It's don't pay attention to how like beat up this thing is. I tried to depot it. Didn't work out well for me. So it's like kind of icy cool on one side and like a pinky cool on the other. So let's just use this one because it might show up a little bit better. Use your old trusty fan brush, and we're going to hit the tops of the cheekbones. I'm gonna put it here on my Cupid's bow and on the edge of my lips. See what that did? It's really enhancing the light on this upper ridge of my lip, making it look bigger, because it's not big at all. Then you see, and I do this too, but you see a lot of people do like the exclamation point. So, you know, like you run the highlighter down the nose and then right on the tip of the nose. Sometimes I can look a little Tin Man-ish. This is an interesting thing that I have seen recently. Wayne Goss, who's a wizard, shared a video about unconventional highlighting. The highlighting game right now is very this C shape and the exclamation point and the Cupid's bow. And it's beautiful, it looks great. But try putting the highlight in other parts of your face, see how it works for you, and you know, you can change it up a little bit. In his video, I'll link it down below, he was showing an image where there was maybe highlight on the top of either side of the lip here, or maybe further in around the nose. And, you know, some people might read that as just like an oily T-zone. Why would you want to do that? But, you know, it really can look really pretty. And what I have found for me is I like to take my highlight, in addition to like here, you know, the good old C shape, I'll put it right here. Be careful not to get it in this like the under eye fine lines, because I definitely have those. But it's catching the light right here and creating like a plumpness, like a youthful glowiness that I really kind of like. So I know that I really kind of skimmed over concealing, but really concealing and color correcting are sort of hand in hand. You're only just correcting a problem. You're correcting darkness or redness or hyperpigmentation, any of that kind of stuff. And it just depends on what your issue is, on how to best handle that to even out your skin tone. That's the goal. So let's recap. We have done a quick foundation. You know, foundation is the key, duh, that's why it's called foundation, right? And then on top of that, we did a little bit of color correcting for redness. And then we did some contouring, some highlighting, some more highlighting, and some concealing. And you can really carve out your face. Okay, so you can spend a lot of time carving out your face, or you can do just a little bit here and there, and it can really make a big difference. If this was helpful, let me know with a thumbs up. And if you want to see different videos, be specific and let me know in the comments. Thanks so much for hanging out today and for watching this video. Please subscribe, follow me on all the socials, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye! There's so much hair in here. Fucking fuck. It's not helpful at all to be like, oh, I'll show you things, but you don't have to do any of it. What brush do I want to use? I don't know. Right outside my window here, next door is a laundromat. They're having a dance party in the parking lot. If you can hear it, sorry about it. What the fuck is this called? I was just talking for like 10 minutes to myself, not recording, because I'm awesome. What am I doing with my hands? I don't know. It's actually not a dance party going on at the laundromat. They're playing like some kind of crazy smooth jazz. I don't know what is happening. Hi, say hi to yourself. I'm a ding dong. What does this mean?